Good morning, Browns fans. What is up, everybody? Oh, there we go. I learned how to take care of that situation. Boom. We are here. The draft is over. Rookie minicamp started. Gary's mic is muted. We're off to a good start today. Yeah.
It sound like if we auto-tune that. If we auto-tune that bark.
Row, 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 row.
Yeah.
You constipated?
That software is going to explode.
All right. What's up, fellas? How's everybody doing today?
I don't know, man. Casey Concepcion dropped the pass in minicamp 2 days ago, so the world's ending.
That's it. Just caught him already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's this time of it's this small portion of, because there's always stuff to talk about, but it's a small portion of the Browns off season that I'm just like, I don't care. I just don't. Because what's the big topics? It's good that the rookies are in doing their thing. I like that. But we're talking about, oh my God, Junkins is going from 10 to 1. Sanders, he's 12. He's changed his number from 12 to 2. I don't care. Who cares? I just want him to play. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's just that little thin time of space. I'm ready for training camp. I'm ready for that.
There's the show, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you guys Tuesday.
Yeah.
Peace out. Talking about the Browns.
James,
I get it though, man. It's James I don't know, especially with all the draft stuff. Like leading up with the draft, it's like you talk about that for a month and a half. And actually, I think some of us were like, I don't know, for the most part, like the O-line receiver combo that we all had, like that's what ended up happening. So it's not like we wasted our time, but then it's like, my God, man, like the draft's over. We need a 2-week break.
Right. It's just, and then it's like reckless speculation chatter, even from your main media sources, because they're trying to do the same thing. They're trying to keep things moving. So you get your, Mary Kay Cabot out from left field, things to talk about, but we're here.
I don't know what she gets paid, but I'll throw this out there to richardcleveland.com. Whoever her employer is, like I will come up with stupid Browns takes and just make stuff up every other day for a quarter of the money that you guys are paying her. Just putting it out there. We'll cut that up into a reel and I'll send it to whoever we need to.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah.
Jennifer, thanks for joining us today. We're going to talk about some stuff. We got rookie minicamp started. Browns with JOK and a pup list. We'll get to that. Taylor Green looking decent at the camp. Clickbait. Rookie numbers released. NFL schedule is going to be released. Picked up some undrafted free agents, as well as we're gonna do what Logan just texted me right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have a moment of silence for every single quarterback that has been with the Cleveland Browns since 1999.
Go Browns.
And that's how you get.
Yeah,
it should be longer than that. It should be longer than that because there's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, actually 1 second for each one we have in 10 years. You have a minute.
So we'll be here for 15 minutes.
Yeah,
that's a time killer.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. All right,
So,
I want to get through everybody real quick. Gary, how are you doing today? We got to Logan.
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. How about yourself?
Not too bad. Tired a little bit, expected. Finally went back to work.
Nice.
Just a little bit sleepy, but it's okay, man. Back to the grind. Back to actually being a part of society and working class guy. So.
Not a roofer.
Yeah, say I'm not the roofer. I actually changed my occupation. So
I'm not a tow truck driver.
Yeah, I was gonna. Mike, how's it going over there for you, buddy?
Never been better.
Yeah, you'll have that. Yeah, man, doing good.
Remember, if you guys need a tow, drop it in the comments during the show.
Yeah,
like what was it? A couple months ago?
Listen, man, it's got to be freeing not to work for scumbags anymore. So,
yeah, there you go.
Show is. But yeah, guys, we had our Browns rookie minicamp yesterday that started, and obviously we weren't there to see that, unfortunately. But some good things come out of that. These rookies get a chance to, shine and show their worth, and it's good to see stuff like that. It's good to see football Playing on the field is great, especially with these rookies on the field is amazing. But there's one big story. Well, not even a big story. I would say it's clickbait because it's been a quarterback controversy all year. But, they're saying Taylor Green looked pretty good at camp. That's a known for me. I want to see it in game. I'm not going to sit here and say that you're a monster at camp throwing 11 on 11s to guys that aren't even fully padded yet. So take that with a grain of salt. You guys got anything on Taylor Green you want to hit up real quick?
Nothing. It's just, it's cool that he looks great. We've had a lot of quarterbacks in the past look great during training camp, so I'm not getting too excited, about this. I still have a quarterback there that, they still have a quarterback there that is under a rookie contract that, that you still have under contract for a couple of years that you need to develop, so I'm not getting too excited over, the guy that, you drafted in the 6th round. You still have, there's still a couple guys there ahead of him there's still a couple guys there ahead of him that you got to develop, and you got the Watson thing going on there. So it's cool that he looked good, but there's, you still have another guy ahead of him to develop, So if you can't develop that guy, I'm not going to be too excited about the 6th rounder there.
It just, damn, Sam really didn't want to talk about the Browns. Oh, there he is.
I do not want to talk about Green.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's like the only thing I would get from it is like if he actually looks decent. Like maybe I know like people don't like Dylan Gabriel. I'm not like a huge Gabriel fan, but I'm not a hater of the guy. Like I don't really have a reason to feel one way or the other. But if Green is like decent and Gabriel is like the for sure number 3, then maybe you can move from Gabriel and just let Green be the number 3. But it's like, I don't know. He was thrown in with no defense in minicamp. Like I'm not ready to say he's Tom Brady or anything. He was also drafted in the 6th round though.
Yeah. Diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
I guess the question could be is, would you put Taylor on the practice squad because he can't be taken off the practice squad I don't even think, he can't be taken off the practice squad because he was drafted by us. I think he has to earn his veteran status, which I believe is 4 years before anybody would be able to take him off the practice squad. I believe that's how that works. I'll have to look more into that, but that's how I think it does work. And then there's another part of this quarterback controversy that everybody's bringing up, and I'm going to let Sam bring this one up.
Oh boy, where are we at?
Quarterback.
Are we talking about
let's take a
undrafted?
gamble here and think about who we're talking about.
That doesn't say anything. Every guy on our roster or not on our roster is a gamble.
Are we talking about undrafted free agent?
Yeah.
No,
yes,
we're talking about. Are we talking about supplemental draft?
Yes.
We're talking about Kenny Rogers, the gambler.
This is, dude. I can't. All right, man. All right. We're talking about Brendan Sornsby, right? Indiana guy, Cincinnati guy,
Texas Tech guy. Yeah, he's played for all of them.
The next big topic. We got a guy that's in a little bit of trouble. You go from a blue chip, looking for a blue chip, to a red flag. Is that what we're talking about? That's where we're at, right? Okay, that guy. A guy that's currently under investigation by the NCAA for collegiate sports betting. That guy? Okay, that guy. Yeah, okay. Currently in rehab for gambling addiction. Okay, that's where he's at right now. The Jets are also looking at him. Get him. Jets, go get him, because we're wasting time here. I can't stand doing this. It's typical Cleveland talk about let's take a gamble, no pun intended, on a guy that's already in trouble. Okay. You know who else was supplemental draft for the Browns? I'm gonna bring up a guy, Josh Gordon. You know what he was in there for? He was suspended because he failed a drug test at Baylor. Okay. So we're doing this again. I mean, you got to learn from lessons. You know,
It's him and Bernie Kosar are our only 2 supplemental guys ever.
Well, I'll say something about Bernie. Bernie is different. Bernie wasn't in trouble. They found a loophole because Bernie wanted to be a Cleveland guy. Because you had teams like the Bills, Vikings, and Oilers that wanted Bernie. Yeah. And he graduated college. He intentionally held off the graduation for the April deadline. So he fell into a loophole, and that's how Cleveland was able to get him. So he wasn't in trouble. I mean, most of the time, you know, the supplemental draft they have academic problems or there's disciplinary issues. So here are the Browns, you know, they're like, yeah, this guy's got red flags all around him. Let's get him here. You know, he looks great on paper, you know. It's a big, hard no for me. I'm done with the problem kids. We talk about it all the time. I'm tired of talking about it, but I don't know. He's under in a current investigation. No, just no for me. So I don't know. Let me get your guys' take.
Is he? Go ahead, Gary. Go ahead.
Even talks. I want to say that Gary's been called an inbred for what he's about to say.
Not nice. They're not nice to my guy Gary, man.
Yeah, man. Like I'm right there with you, man. I'm tired of. Listen, dude. The Browns, they have been taking the wrong dudes for a long time. Whether it's a quarterback, whatever position it is, they have not taken the right guys. The Browns have, because they have taken the wrong guys at these skills positions, they have had to, you know, we've heard a lot of like the Browns taking, you know, first round talent in the second round and third round because, you know, they dropped down because of this issue and that issue, right? Michael Hall was a first round talent, a defensive tackle that dropped to the second round because of whatever. And for whatever reason, that guy hasn't really been anything, right? How many times have the Browns had a first round talent drop to the second or a third round and we got this deal and they don't end up being something, right? How many times, you know, have the Browns taken a chance on somebody who had these off the field problems and the Browns end up having to eat the bad end of that?
Dogs got to eat.
This is another situation.
How many times sounds like a good song?
I mean, you know, you're the songwriter. I think we should maybe see a song about this by next week there, Logan.
It'll be titled Eating Crow because it happens every time, man. It usually does not work out. I see you down there, J-Bone 1800. He said, yeah, he's ready for his Hall to assume a role this season. You're
ready for, but is Hall ready to assume the role?
Right.
Because this is what, 2-3 seasons now we've been waiting for him to assume the role.
Yeah, and he also says let's work through the quarterbacks we already have. I totally agree with you.
I'm there, dude. And this is what I was saying earlier at the beginning of the show. Develop the people that you already have. Show that you can develop. You have a quarterback, right? You have a quarterback in there that you took in the 5th round last year who slipped from either the first or second round, right? He has average velocity, but has elite accuracy. Right, he has the arm strength to get you down there. He has no off the field problems.
I love his attitude, man. I love his attitude.
Yeah, you love his attitude, right? Develop him. He's a dude that wants to be in Cleveland. He's here long term, and he wants to be developed. Develop the guy. Show me that you can develop a guy that wants to be here. You know what I mean? Yeah. Show me that you can. It's time for these coaches to start earning their money. Stop spending all the money on these lotteries. Stop putting, $5,000 on black on roulette and then being like, where's now I can't pay my rent.
Well, wouldn't we say, I don't know if that would really fall. I'm sorry, Logan. I don't know if that would really fall on Monken, or you said coaches. I'm thinking more like it's the management. So it's like the Andrew Berry. Is this an Andrew Berry thing? He's like, hey man, this Brendan Sorensby man guy. I don't know. He's got some talent. Yeah, he's in a little bit of trouble. Because I just can't. I know Monken's ready to get these guys going and developing guys. From what I hear from him, from what I see from him.
It seems like it would split the locker room, like right down. I don't know, like seeing Shedeur like show up with introducing himself to the rookies and everything. Like he's been in the building all off season. Like it would be something that just divides the team right down the middle. Like J-Bone asked here, like what about Bond? Yeah, I guess he'd be one of those guys that slipped because of off the field stuff. But it's almost like at the quarterback position, that's like, or even like it's just one of a bigger sideshow. Like we'd be bringing this guy in and kind of adding fuel to a fire that's been burning for 35 years now, 36 years, however long it's been.
But Bond, though, is not a guy that you're relying on.
That's what, yeah, it's like,
you know what I mean? Like,
he slipped because of the stuff, but it's like, if he's not on our team, nobody knows, like, you know, it's not like he's the number one guy on our team.
Well, Bond is at the minimum, at the best right now, Bond's your number 4.
Yeah.
On this team, you know, and he has an opportunity to work his way up, especially with the way that they drafted this year. You know, he's not a guy that, like, you know, the Browns have this way of like putting all their eggs in these baskets of these guys that like slip, and, you know, being like, this is, you know, almost the way that the Guardians do with, you know, Reese Hoskins is the power bat that we're signing, and he's going to be the cleanup hitter, right? The guy that we spent $2.5 million on, and he's the retread, right? That's what the Browns do with these guys, and they've got to stop doing that.
It's worked with Kareem Hunt. That's it.
And that's where it was like, yeah, go ahead. He said it worked with Kareem Hunt, which is true. And that's like back to the Watson thing. I know his off the field stuff's out of this world, but that was at least, and we've said it before, like, you can't really say off the field stuff aside because of what was happening, but it was like that. At least they swung for the fences with a guy who had been balling out. It was,
yeah, but you had Nick Chubb though. Nick Chubb was your starter, and Kareem Hunt was your backup. You know, if you're doing this with Kenny Rogers, the gambler, right? If you bring him in here, he's the guy. He is. You have then wasted a second round pick next year in a draft that's supposed to be super heavy, that you're going to need that second round pick probably, right? Next year in the draft that's super heavy in your quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
With a guy that, you know, I would almost be okay. I would almost be happier if this dude was making big bets. But he's so stupid that he's making these small bets. Like, don't you know what I mean?
Go
like,
big or go home, right?
Yeah, man. You know, like, not that I would have been okay with it, but you get what I'm saying? Like, he's like, you got caught doing like the dumbest of the dumb stuff.
Right. It's like if you're gonna rob something, don't rob a pet store. Go to the bank. If you go big,
for sure.
It's crazy. But you know, I want to go back to Bond for a minute, okay? Because you know, he was facing sexual assault charges, okay, last year, which held him out of the draft. But all that ended up getting thrown out. All right. So I'm trying to remember the story correctly. I think it was something that had happened, and then, or that might have been Junkins I'm thinking about. But anyway,
yeah,
I think Junkins was
it was a domestic violence.
Yeah, right. And it was thrown out. It was no bill. The case got thrown out. There was no indictments. The criminal proceedings ended. They were done. So, you know, but we're talking about a guy right now in Sornsby that's actively right now in rehab for gambling. He's actually been found guilty of doing it. He's still under investigation for the magnitude of what he was doing, you know, but Bond bonded out. Bond got out of there. Isaiah Bond. Here we go. And let her rip, boys. Let her rip. Yeah. But he was found not. He was not even found not guilty because he didn't even go that far in proceedings. So yeah. I mean, it's a different story with Isaiah Bond versus Brendan Sornsby as we're talking right now, because it's actually,
and it's no harm, no foul. Like, the guy comes in as your fourth or fifth receiver, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But this would be like, you're throwing again Sornsby into, at this point, he's competing for the number one spot, because we'll have to give up a third round pick at worst to get the guy.
Yeah, and I think I'm looking really forward. I think this is going to be a breakout for Bond. He was showing a lot of signs last year of what he can do and how he can get down the field. So I think we're going to see, with the addition, I'm just thinking of like Bond and Concepcion on the field at the same time. Look out, dude. Look out.
Like,
That's the way we drafted. It's like he is extremely talented. He was a second or third round grade last year, I think.
Second round grade, I think.
He just completely we're actually kind of, I don't want to say it, but we're loaded at receiver, it feels like, or could be. If Judy remembers how to catch. But
which leads me to believe that there's going to be some guys being let go. I don't know what you guys think. Talked about it before. Our quarterback room's too big right now. It's way too big. And you still got guys out there. Floria's in there in the mix. You still got Larvadane in the mix. We got Mike's guy, Jamari Thrash is still in there. We got them guys. I mean, the room's big, so that means you got to condense that. You're one on your main roster. You're only allowed so many receivers to begin with. Practice squad, blah, 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 blah. But and I think Tillman's on his way out. I've said it before. I think Tillman's out. Unfortunately for him, I liked him, but he was injured often.
He's the one that recorded at the same studio that I go to.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, he does music on the side just to kind of. He told the producers just to get right and have something outside of football. It seems like a good dude, but I actually added it to the notes, and I'll just mention it now. But because you mentioned all the receivers, Sam, we actually invited, Jalen Reagor, the former first round pick for the Eagles, I think it was 6 years ago. He was invited to camp this week. So and he's the first round wide receiver. He's bounced around a ton, never really did anything. So I thought that was interesting that they invited him to camp. Again, I'm always biased to those guys because I feel like there's potential there. If they were a first round pick, there's a reason for it. That being said, he's bounced around a ton, and I don't know if the Browns
tell that to Kerry Coleman.
Yeah, well, that's
Corey Coleman.
Yeah, no, that's her. Then I don't think the Browns are necessarily the team that are your go get right team. If your career's been down, you go to the Browns to get fixed up and get back on track. But I did think it was cool that we invited him. We'll see it's no harm, no foul again. But we'll see.
Here's the thing: is that if you don't have the answer at quarterback on your roster, you're going to be picking high next year, and there's a lot of quarterbacks, and you'll have the opportunity to pick a first round grade blue chip quarterback next year that doesn't have gambling charges. That you're not, you know what I mean? That you'll have somebody to pick next year. You have an opportunity to pick somebody next year. That you don't have to worry about the league coming after. You won't have to worry about the press circus being around. You won't have that you won't have that stuff around. You won't have all of that circus around them. And you'll also have that second or third round pick to move up to get them if you need them.
Mm-hmm.
You just, it's just
what I was
going
to say. I feel like all these, there's already been the new mock drafts and stuff, which is insane. But it's we're picking second, third, or fourth in all these. And I guess Sam had mentioned, there's not really anything to talk about this time of year. This is where the delusion starts to set in, where it's dude, I think we could actually be a halfway decent team next year, picking in the 15, 16, we could finish around 500 in my mind. And then, like you said, Gary, we could use our other draft picks to move up. I still feel like if we do end up, or there's talks of us moving up to get Arch Manning, I do not think the Mannings are going to let him get drafted here. I know everyone mentions the Tennessee connection with the family and the Haslams, but I do not think that team would want him or that the Mannings would want him here.
Who says Arch Manning's gonna be a first round pick?
Or even that, that's the other thing. He doesn't.
You know what I mean?
He looks fine at Texas, but he doesn't look. If he gets drafted in the top 5, it says his last name is Manning. He might ball out this year. Who knows? But
what happened with Sanders, 5th round? Ken McDonald says, figure out what you got at quarterback. I don't need another quarterback, and I couldn't agree more with that because you solidified your offensive line this year. You're going to have protection. You're going to have holes for your running backs. You're going to be able to see what your quarterbacks are capable of doing. You're going to have time to let a play develop. I know Shador got a critical backlash last year for holding onto the ball too long, but that's what you have when you have no offensive line, you're running, and you have no receivers that can get open. Yes, there were receivers open. We saw the film. I get it. It's his rookie year. He got thrown out there to the Wolves with 0 offensive linemen. This year is going to be different, like you said, Logan. You're going to see a lot of changes. You're going to see a lot of different things happening, and it might be the fact that we're not so predictable anymore coming into this year could help us. I'm telling you, Lakefront Stadium won't.
I want Sanders to play. I hope he's the guy. I think Watson will be starting week 1, and I don't. Do you guys see like a lot of the outside of Mary Kay, who anytime she has the chance says that we should get a different quarterback, but
no, she's too busy making sandwiches. Sorry.
I can't believe it. His brother said, I mean, it was funny, but it was like, dude, like we don't need this shit. Come on. But it seems like the media is kind of setting the tone. I feel like the Browns went out and told some of these people, like, hey, start floating the idea out there that Watson might be our starter, so it doesn't catch the world by storm when it happens. Like you can hear him say that he looks great in the camps last week and stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll see.
Well, he said he looked great too. The season that he got injured and he did his Achilles, they said he looked great in camp too. And it didn't look that good on field.
Yeah.
So, but he is the veteran in the room. All right. And I'm unbiased. We talk about it over and over and over and over. Monken's going to put the best guy forward, then that's what you want. If it's Shador and he's looking great and you think it's all about winning games, we've already talked about all this. If it's Shador, you put Shador. If it's Deshaun Watson, you put Deshaun Watson in. And you just don't put Deshaun Watson in because, hey, he's going to be, we owe him all this money. We got to still, no, it's not. You're trying to win games. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you're going to put your best guy forward. Monken had already said this. This is what their plan is. And I think that it's not going to drag out like it did last year when we had Kenny Pickett here and we had Flacco and we're trying to figure out who's going to do what. And will we see these rookies this year later in the season? But in training camp, it was the big thing with Flacco and Pickett. I think that Monken, to get things moving, is going to have that sorted out sooner than later. And I think by, sometime in June, you're already going to know this is who's getting the reps. And this is what we're trying to do to move forward here and win games here.
Yeah. I like what J-Bone just said in the comments on YouTube. He said, you haven't heard or seen anything from him. It's tough to get attached to him. That's the weirdest thing about Watson. I mean, I know we have other stuff to talk about than QBs, but that's the weirdest thing is like, you never hear from the guy. And like, it's an emotional fan base. Like if he was out there, like repping Cleveland on his Instagram and stuff like that, like the city could potentially get behind the guy. And it's like, he doesn't do any of that. He went to the Cavs game the other day and I was thinking like, they didn't even like they always show Myles Garrett or Denzel Ward and like the media will cut to him and show him. And it's like, they can't even show Watson. But it's because
the fan base will boo him. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. And that's where he doesn't even like try to counteract that though. That's what's weird. It's like, I haven't seen him say anything positive. I've never even actually heard him speak. I mean, I have, but it's like, you never hear from the guy.
Well, because I think he comes from like that, he is part of that like superstar club? Like, James Harden. He's a superstar athlete. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's weird. There's like this certain set of athlete that was like, they come and play in a place like Cleveland, but they're not like Cleveland. You know what I mean? They're not Cleveland.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. It's
you know what I'm saying? Like you're above. You're above really being Cleveland.
The city doesn't really embrace them. They're just employed by a team that exists in the city.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And that's what Deshaun Watson. Whether any of that stuff happened or not, you know what I mean. It's like Deshaun Watson. I don't think ever was going to be a Clevelander. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, like they're kind of above the city type thing, and
well, and the thing is,
that's out of here.
He was an employee. He's an employee of Cleveland.
Yeah,
whereas like where Sanders, not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but like,
oh, you're good.
Which is crazy to me is like there's fans in here that just like the way that they treat Shador Sanders. Shador Sanders wants to be Cleveland.
Dude, he's living here right now. He's at
all year round
every day. He's meeting with the new rookies when they showed up a couple days ago. Like, that's what excites me. Like, I hope that it works with him, man, because it's like it's exciting. It's cool to see him like actually interacting with everybody.
Yeah, man.
It's
my thing is here's all right. So Monken says, you know what? We're going with Watson this year. All right, this season. He looks great. We're doing it. You know what stops the booze? Winning games. So if Watson goes out there and balls out, and say we go 4 games, 5 games straight off the rip with the schedule that comes out actually next Thursday, I believe, Mike, right?
Yes.
Yes.
8 p.m.
Yep. Looking forward to seeing our schedule. It's supposed to be a lighter schedule. But if Watson goes out there, looks sharp, looks good, wins games, booze turns and chairs. It's going to be that simple because they're going to forget about it. You know, the only ones that are still going to raise a fuss are your Shador fans. We've talked about it before. There's Cleveland Brown fans that want everybody to do good, do well. You're a fan. You want to win games. And then there's Shador's followers, which is fine. You're fine. You want to be a Shador follower. That's fine. But those are going to be the only ones left pitching a fit that I see, because me as a Browns fan, I wasn't big on Watson coming here in the first place because we already had a mess coming with him. He brought baggage. But if he goes out there and balls out and we're winning games, and that's the first and foremost, winning games, I'm going to cheer for him. So, and if, Watson end up getting pulled or something happens to him and he's got to come out and Shador's at 2 and he comes out there and balls out, I'm Shador. Let's go. I want to win games. I don't want to see 5-win, 6-win season. I think Vegas has got us at 6. Everything changes. Who cares? It's not even training camp's not even here yet. So I'm not even going to touch on that. I think
I don't even know who we're playing.
There's morons out there already doing mock drafts for 2027 right after the draft was done. You're an idiot. So projecting quarterbacks. You're an idiot. Get out of here.
Next year's supposed to be the quarterback class. So
this past year was supposed to also be the quarterback class.
It's every year, right?
Yeah, every year is the quarterback class. So
and we drafted the only non-Hall of Famer in that class. Well, I guess Josh Rosen too, but
J-Bone, I'm there with you, man. I'm a Browns fan first and foremost. That's where it starts at, man. And
that's what I'm rooting for. Who you have on the team,
right? And Gary's talked about it before. If a guy's struggling, okay. Even Jerry Jeudy, I'll use him as an example because we were all, come on, Jerry, catch the ball, Jerry. You still want him to do good. Yeah. You still want him to go out and I'm hoping he has a turnaround season this year. I'm hoping he can help some of these young guys coming in that we got, your Concepcion, Denzel Boston. I'm hoping he can help these guys out. They need that type of leadership from a guy that knows the game. He's been there. He's a veteran. But like you said, a true Browns fan wants all the pieces to work great. You want to win games, man. That's where we're at.
2007, Braylon Edwards had it down.
There
it is. Take him off, Mike. I'm so tired of every show.
He had all the drops that Judy has, but you know what he was doing with the drops? He was scoring touchdowns. He was scoring touchdowns and fighting LeBron James.
So that's right. There is a troll in here right now that just said Dakota Miller over on YouTube. He's got to be a troll because he just said we need a bad Moon Rising type player to show up this year. So what he needs is a guy to come in to bankrupt the owner and underperform, and then have his Hollywood girlfriend burn down his house.
Oh, you talking about Left Eye Lopez over
there? Oh
yeah,
buddy.
I've actually met Left Eye, man. I met her. We were in Giant Eagle and Avon Lake, man.
Yeah. And was she as beautiful in person as she was on television?
She was really cool, and I think she had a cousin. She had her. I went up there and said hi. She was very sociable.
She was cool.
Well, listen, and they were good too. They were in Avon Lake, and every year for Halloween they would open their house up for kids. You actually came through their house, got treats, and you went out the back door. So they were good, man. Andre Rison and that stuff, and
I'm gonna go see him this summer at Blossom.
Who?
Obviously, without her.
Oh, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, but dude, they're going to be at Blossom. I think it's TLC, In Vogue, and Salt and Pepper.
I think Amanda's going to that actually with her.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm definitely going to that, dude. Come on.
Yeah, Blossom, that'll actually be pretty fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a super fun show, dude.
Yeah, there you go.
One thing I did want to mention to get back on task here, guys, is that Monken did not draft any one of these quarterbacks. He didn't draft Watson. He didn't draft Shedeur Sanders. He didn't draft Dylan Gabriel. None of them. This guy is out here to do a job and put whoever is best at front to lead this team. And whoever that is, us Browns fans might hate it and might love it. You never know, but we're going to support it either way. And I think if Deshaun Watson does start this year, this is my speculation, is he won't be in for long.
Yeah.
Real quick, can I say something here? Ken McDonald says the quarterback situation is like changing waterfalls. So he's trying to like put something, that in there. But I will say that going after the gambler is chasing waterfalls. The Browns keep chasing, they keep chasing waterfalls, and they really should just stick to the rivers and the lakes that they're used to.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
That was nice. That was nice. You fit it in there. That was perfect.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Jimmy Have's going to have it his way or nothing at all.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are on top of it this morning, man. I like it, man.
Too fast. Yeah. So there's a lot to look forward to this year, and unfortunately, we're on this quarterback talk again for the last 2 years, and well, we're coming into the second year with heavy talk again, and I think honestly, are we like the only team that has somewhat potential on a team but cannot figure out what to do with it or how to make it work?
Well, that's what I feel like now. And again, like the rookies, like KC and Boston, those guys, like they're going to take a year or two to get rolling. But now I feel like all the talent is there. Like even the free agent lineman that we signed, I don't know. I hope that we don't load the entire team up and then we still can't figure out the quarterback. So we don't like see any of the benefits of loading the team up. And that being said, like that was the problem with last year is everyone was saying, well, you can't really get a good read on Sanders or Gabriel, these guys, because the supporting cast was so bad. Well, like at least now that's not true. The supporting cast is better, and you should at least be able to see what you have. That for better or worse, I guess.
Really quick, everybody that's listening to us on YouTube or watching us, be sure to hit that subscribe button today. Trying to get us up to our goal before the season starts. Every little bit helps. We appreciate you guys.
What's our goal?
1,000.
And let's not forget, man. We got voting up right now for best sports podcast, Cleveland Scene. Last year we took the prize. We were voted the best of Cleveland for sports podcasting. We want a two-peat this year. Thanks, J-Bone down there. Already subscribed. Thanks, brother. Just follow it. Visit voteclevelandscene.com and go to the category, people and places, select your category, sports podcast. You got to type in Bearded Browns. Don't misspell it, won't count. Go in there and you can vote once a day until they narrow down the field. There's other things to vote on there too. So feel free to vote on other things, but come on in for the best sports podcast. Put us in there, Bearded Browns podcast. Cast your vote. Do it once a day. Would be great. Please and thank you.
And since they won, they've added Logan and I. So, don't let Logan and I be the reason that, they don't win again. You know what I mean?
Now that Gary and I are here, we're coming fifth place.
Yeah. You guys came in as undrafted free agents.
Yeah, and drag the team down,
Supplemental draft choices.
Way to go, Logan. Supplemental draft.
Listen, I had a lot of off the field issues. You guys took a chance and I screwed you over. So I apologize. You guys were chasing waterfalls.
He's in rehab. I've been to rehab a few times. Send a pickup for me. Yeah.
Gary came in sponsored by Depends. Logan came in sponsored by a jog, and then Uber Eats, McDonald's.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah, I'll check that. I'll do my run and say, all right, it says I burned 200 calories. Let me eat 3,000 real quick before the show,
and then take a nap.
Yeah.
Rookie numbers were released this week or yesterday, as a matter of fact. I'm having technical difficulties over here with this stupid headset.
My boy KC, number 17. You know who
Yeah.
used to also wear 17 at wide receiver?
Braylon Edwards in 2007.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm
Thank
out.
you,
guy.
Gary. Yeah.
Out. For some of you that don't know, because it looks like we got some new faces on here today, Mr. Gary and Mr. Logan over there are Michigan fans.
Well,
I think Gary just said he's not in Ohio State. He's a non-Ohio
yeah,
State fan.
I'm a Michigan fan only in that I hate Ohio State.
Yeah.
Well,
It's not that I hate Ohio State. I hate Ohio State fans.
yeah, there's
even better. Even better. There's a few.
You know what I
of them
mean? I don't really care about college football at all. I just don't like Ohio State fans, especially the ones that like never went to college.
So all the people watching that like Ohio State that didn't go there, don't let that change your mind, and please still vote for us for best podcast.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't mean to turn heel on all of our fans here.
Well, this is what goes on. This is part of how Gary got supplemental draft into this podcast over here.
Yeah.
We're like,
this is part of my off the field issues.
Every podcast, he calls out the Buckeye fans.
Although I did want an all Buckeye draft this year.
I wouldn't have minded Carnell Tate, and that's where I think we've at least got to that point. And like we'll agree, like once they're on the Browns, it doesn't. Like I don't care where they played. Caleb Downs would have been awesome to have.
Yep.
JSN like that. That's why I wanted Carnell Tate, because it was like, for the love of God, like these guys keep coming from Ohio State. They all make Pro Bowls. They're all the best receivers that we've ever seen, and we never pick one. So I'm glad that he was off the board. I guess like that was the reason that we didn't get him, is because Carnell Tate was off the board. Not that we passed on him, because I would not have wanted to pass on him.
And I said I didn't think he was going to be there. I mean, everybody just assumed that we were going to get Tate, and I'm like, way before all that. I'm like, what if he's not there? That's something.
I remember you said that. Yeah.
And I actually had him going. I actually had him pegged. I thought Giants would have picked him up, but they didn't. So but he was gone before we got there, so it changed the whole board up. Now look at this nice picture here. Fano looks like I like that crazy Samoan dude. Look at that,
dude. He's
ready to get it.
He seems awesome, man. He actually
acknowledge him
with Shador. They were just both happy to meet each other. Like I don't know. The dude's vibes are off the charts. It's good to see.
I'm liking this draft class, and I think Andrew Berry. I think we'll see, because it's hard to say, hey, was that a good draft? We don't know nothing until these guys are actually playing like last year. Carson Schwetzinger ended up being our diamond in the rough. So we really don't know until these guys get out here and start playing and seeing how they fit in, getting in where they fit in. So, but if so far it's looking like a pretty good draft class again.
So I don't think we got like a real chance to talk, because we had Biner on last week, and after we didn't do the Saturday show after the draft. Sam, how pumped were you when we drafted Boston?
Oh, I was excited, dude. I was elated. I didn't jump out of my couch, but my window was cracked.
Wait, what were you doing in your couch?
Yeah, why were you in your couch?
Dude, I was fine.
Like an old couch, and you just like slowly fall into the cushions.
Was it like Danny DeVito in It's Always Sunny? Were you like naked in the couch and looked like you gave birth coming out?
I was hiding in my couch, and I heard them say Boston, and I jumped out from underneath the couch.
That's what us Browns fans do. We hide in our couch during the draft.
Yeah. So anyway, all right, Sam, you were in the couch. You heard his name. Then what happened?
I was sitting on my couch. I have a theater seat, and I kick way back, and I'm eating pizza, and I probably got it all over the front of my shirt. But I was very excited. Denzel Boston was my guy that I wanted. So the first day when we got Fano and Fano and
Concepcion. That's an easy exception to the rule.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll be accepting them. We'll be exceptioning them. So. But Denzel Boston coming up, and it was our pick. He was still on the board as the draft was going. I'm like, he's still up there. He's still up there. He's still up there. He's still up there. And then they were getting ready. My wife got a hit on her phone that she already knew ahead of time. I'm like, don't you dare say nothing right now. I don't want to hear it. And I was just focused. They called his name, and I just erupted with, yeah, let's go. All right. Yeah. windows open. Neighbors are probably like, "Are they okay over there? Do they need 911 or what's going on over there?"
Sam's drinking again. Yeah,
You rubbed out of your couch.
Pizza's flying everywhere.
Fell on the couch again. Yeah,
pizza's flying everywhere. I was very excited. I actually had goosebumps. And then I went back under my couch and continued watching the draft.
That's how I felt when we got KC. And I wanted Boston too. Like, I would have been pumped with the Boston pick in the first round. I can't believe they got both of them, man. Like, those were the two guys, like, at receiver. I guess there were a lot of them, but like, I'm glad that we got those guys. Lemon, I don't know. He seems kind of, I don't know if he seems a little weird. And Tyson would have been cool because his brother's on the Cavs, but I'm glad that we got KC and Boston. Those, they feel like dudes that are easy to root for.
I was anti Tyson, man, because I mean he's got a lot of injuries, man. And then who picked him? I was
the Saints.
Yeah, the Saints picked him up, and I was like, cool.
Happy about that, by the way.
Yeah, no. I was like, I was cool. I'm like, cool. Let him. It's off the board now. I don't have to worry about
You think we would have got him at 9?
I think that they said that he was. I don't know. I think that he was one of their target guys that they wanted.
Yeah,
he was. There was video.
But you don't want to be drafting guys because their brothers play for one of the other teams. I mean, here's the thing, dude. Is it like that's what you really want? Is could you imagine the Tyson brothers, right? So, like. One Tyson drops the ball for the Browns, right? And the other one misses a shot for the Cavs, and they're both playing in November or December. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like it ruins the Tyson brothers will like ruin sports for all of Cleveland. Like you don't want that. Like that's
or you can look at it the positive way, which is impossible to do for the Browns, but like
it just that's
Yeah, no, I like his brother, and it was obviously the dude's talented. Like I wouldn't just draft him because he's his brother, but he's a top 10 projected pick. Like it'd be hard not to be excited if we got him. That being said, I'm glad we got the guys we did.
How far in the couch were you when you came up with that?
Yeah, it was way in the couch.
Yeah. Imagine being smothered.
It was it was in the couch. In the couch. In the
couch. I got it. I'm gonna play a video real quick of Denzel Boston coming into the locker room before rookie minicamp, and this is what happened.
Boy. Nah, because the homies are about to freak out when I tell them this. What? Next to Myles Garrett, though? Let's go. We got the gloves in here, yeah. Okay. That's wild. We're only next to the GOAT. All-time sack record. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to, like, when I sit down, I'm gonna have to swing my chair over and give you some space, you know what I mean? Hey. Oh, yeah, that's nice.
I'm gonna get him
that's
a
what I'm talking
LeBron James hoodie, please. A LeBron James hoodie. Yeah, that was cool. He doesn't know that we're gonna trade Miles in 3 weeks, but
no. You're gonna get them all started now. You're gonna get everybody all fired up again. Let it go, Logan.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, do you guys feel like seeing stuff like that? Like, does it just feel a little bit? It feels a little bit different right now.
Yeah, it's the reason why you don't trade guys. You don't let guys like Myles Garrett walk out the door because he is the aura to this team. You may not have a winning team right now, but when you have a guy that's an all-time great, that means something for these guys coming in the league. Look how excited he was to even just have a locker room or a locker right next to Myles Garrett. That's why you don't trade guys like that. That's why, like, if Nick Chubb could still play, you don't let Nick Chubb walk out of that locker room. You have all-time Browns greats that you're supposed to treat them well, and you don't let them leave.
Yeah,
you know, and I know that Nick Chubb isn't an all-time great running back. He's not going to have an all-time, record. But I bet you Nick Chubb coming in here, guys would have been pretty pumped to have a locker next to Nick Chubb.
Can they bring him back? Is he a free agent this year?
Yeah, but you don't have any room for him right now.
Yeah, that's why I didn't know if he just as a third option, but I don't even know what his contract situation is. But yeah, I agree. It's almost like the alumni. Like we've talked about it on our Guardian show. Like Myles Garrett's not an alumni, but like having those guys around, like the Kenny Loftons and stuff. Like that's something that it kind of makes you again like feel more part of the city, more part of the team and the mission of what's going on.
Yeah, he's wearing a LeBron James hoodie, right? Excited to be next to Myles Garrett. Like that dude is bought in on being in Cleveland. He is a Cleveland sports guy.
He was wearing a Michael Jordan one. That's what I think somebody needs to get him a LeBron James. Myles owns part of the Cavs, so maybe he can find him a LeBron James.
Was he wearing? The screen was tiny, so I couldn't see. I don't have my glasses on.
His celebratory cigars. But that's the stuff. Like immediately, like the dude. He I don't know. That video is just cool. Like he was like a little.
Get him a LeBron James hoodie.
Yeah.
Well, you got to think, man. These guys are still young men. Very young men, and even, you're playing at a high level, you get drafted. They're coming in, like you guys said, a guy like Myles Garrett, even if you're a player and say, you're a first round pick, you're going to can't wait to see Myles. That's just, that's somebody that's on an upper echelon, man. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's a sack king record right now, so
that's he's what the GOAT. It was like he's in his mind, he's the GOAT.
Yeah, he's the record breaker. He's the destroyer, man.
That TJ Watt.
Yeah.
That's
TJ
I mean, it's
Watt.
like he'll show up and fight for those guys. Like they know what the history of the Browns is, but that doesn't, like, they haven't been here through all the losses and everything. They don't need to follow in those footsteps. Like they'll show up and fight for guys like Myles that have been there. I don't know. To me, it just feels like the vibes are different. Like it's a little bit more positive, even with the quarterback questions and all that. Like it feels like there's more to be excited about than there really has been in a while.
Go ahead, Mike.
I was just going to say, absolutely. Like I said, there's plenty to look forward to this year. The last 2 years, you come into with some skepticism, but this year seems a little bit different to me, anyways. As the quarterback train rolls through.
Yeah. I think some of it is a new coach coming here. We feel like there's new hope. We always have hope, but it feels better now. It feels, the Stefanski and them guys, are out of here. Bubba Ventrone gone, Stefanski gone, and we're getting a fresh new breath of air with Monken here. And I'm liking how I'm hearing how Monken talks. He's a straight shooter. He's not out here to play around, play games. He's out here to make these guys the best they can. He's going to yell at you if you're doing something wrong. He's going to say, "Hey, you got to pick it up, step it up," or this next man up. He's gonna motivate these guys to be the best they can. I believe he's gonna put people in positions to be the best they can, as to where it feels like Kevin might have held some of these guys back, like a Dylan Sampson. I don't think he was utilized properly last season.
That one game he was, and then you never saw him again.
Right. So I think that, Monken's going to put these guys in better positions, and it's going to start, like we all said, it's got to start at this quarterback position and seeing who's going to be best man put forward to show these guys.
Replaced O'Shea to the question. I think J-Bone put it. I'm pretty sure we replaced him, right? O'Shea.
Yeah. So I was going to play this video, speaking of Todd Monken, real quick. This is after the first day of camp yesterday, rookie mini camp.
Job in taking care of each other. That was awesome. As good as it gets in terms of staying up, staying off of the ground, and giving maximum effort. Okay, one thing make sure, though, when we start practice, we got special teams, which a good number of you guys here, the best chance of making the team is on special teams. If it's run through a cone, what do? Run through the damn cone. Okay, that's what you do. It's not shocking if you pull up 2 yards before the cone. That's not shocking. That's every day. That's average. And we're never aspiring to be average. Make sense? You should never aspire to be average. We talked about that. You are an owner of your career and your life. You are the boss of that. You decide. Okay, just understand that. All right, we good? Yes, great job today. Make sure we're going to get a chance to watch it now. You guys study tonight. We do have install 2 tomorrow. Okay? KC, break them down. Here we go. Bring it up. You can say whatever you want. If I say you break it down.
Hey, doesn't mean 1, 2, 3,
No! There you go. That worked. That was awesome. That was very interesting.
Yes, sir.
Don't overdo it.
Did he ask what am I supposed to say?
He caught him. I think Munkin caught him off guard. He was like, "Hey, man, go ahead, let's do the breakaway," And he's like, "Okay, coach." And, you get caught in the moment. I like that. I like seeing that. I like seeing Munkin's already getting these guys, and he's telling them already. It's that simple. When we say run through the cone, what are we doing? Run through the damn cone.
Yeah,
we're gonna make it that simple for you. If you can't figure that out, I can already tell you you're gonna be next guy down the line here. So it was really nice to see KC get that opportunity to do that, and he ended it well. I also like to see, because you got KC, his size. That's why it was kind of. I didn't think we needed another slot type guy. I'm going to retread on that. I'm glad we got him because. We got the guy I wanted too. I just wanted a bigger receiver here. I talked about it. It's not even just because it's Boston. If it wasn't Boston, I wanted the next 6'4", 210-pound receiver because I think we needed that here in the AFC North. But it was nice to see, how Boston, a big dude, man. I'm like, I can't wait to see him bully ball some DBs, man, some cornerbacks. I'm ready for that. So, and it was good to see KC get that opportunity to do the breakaway.
Yeah, I think they're going to complement each other pretty well. I'm glad that they got Boston because one, I wanted him, but I knew that was also a huge. Like right after we drafted KC, obviously social media was blowing up saying Boston was right there. Why didn't we get him? Like just to kind of smooth things over. It's like, okay, now everybody be quiet. We got both of them.
Right.
So I don't know. I think Boston's going to be legit though. What's
That
up, Mike?
went in the couch.
Yeah. That's how Sam ended up inside the couch in the first place, was the night before when we drafted KC.
Yeah. Back to J-Bone's question. We did not replace Chad O'Shea just yet. I think Travis Switzer is going to be mainly the guy that just takes over the offensive side of the ball. Pretty much. There's no replacement as a wide receivers coach as of yet. I did want to touch base with that. I wanted to play that Munkin video there first. What else did I have real quick? I'm going to end this here shortly. The 12 undrafted free agents that we picked up. I put some stats and stuff in there as well, but I'm just going to go over these guys real quick. We got Devon Booth, running back out of Mississippi State. Nate Evans, another cornerback, just to make sure everybody's on the same page. Cornerback out of Delaware. Logan Fano, defensive end out of Utah. Bernard Gooden, defensive tackle out of LSU. TJ Harden, running back out of SMU, which it seems pretty promising. Xavion Miller, tackle out of Auburn. DeCarlos Nicholson, cornerback out of USC. And Wes Paul, a punter out of Oklahoma State. And that's how you pronounce his last name, even though it's P-A-H-L. And it's not Les Paul like a guitar.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
I had to do it.
I like that they got Spencer's brother. That was cool.
That is cool. But hopefully he doesn't mess up when we make it to the playoffs and ruin the career of Spencer.
Yeah.
Sorry. Tyreek Sats, a defensive end out of Florida. Corday Sidnor, defensive end out of Vanderbilt. Zion Washington, a safety from Boise State. And Cole Wilson, a wide receiver out of Baylor. That I believe Sam and I were talking about yesterday. This kid, Cole Wilson, is 5'7", 177 pounds.
That's is he like a returner or what's the deal? Because KC did some returning, but I doubt they'd want him back there too much.
Right, you're going to use him mainly on the field, on our 3 and outs. You're going to see this kid probably as
Do not say that. It's a new era. Come on, Mike.
Yeah. You're going to see this kid probably on some punt returns, kick returns is my idea of where he's going to be at. I mean, it would make sense. Even Munkin did say a lot of you guys here right now might wind up on special teams. So look forward to that. Those are our 12 guys, though. Undrafted free agents. We'll see what happens with them. Some of them seem pretty promising, but it's all when you get here and see what you do on the field is when it matters most. So good luck to all these guys, and hope to see you on the field.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. And before we go, and while we have listeners here, there's also some stuff going on in Cleveland. There's kind of a big story going on. It's kind of like capturing the hearts here of a lot of Clevelanders that I kind of want to talk about here that I know a bunch of us have talked about behind the scenes. If you don't mind, Mike, I want to get into. I threw a QR code up there in the top right of everybody's screen there. And if you could, we could have the Bearded Browns Army there. Click on there. That is the QR code for the Instagram page of Fido's Companion. Fido's Companion is a dog rescue out of Lorain County that grabs dogs out of high kill shelters. And specifically, they're in the news right now because somebody in Cleveland had a dog, had a pitty with terminal cancer, had a huge terminal cancerous tumor in their nasal passage, and tied their dog up to a stop sign in Cleveland and left the dog there to die. And obviously somebody saw this poor pup out there, and the Cleveland Kennel came and took the dog, and one of the vet techs from the Cleveland Kennel, who works also with Fido's Companion, came and adopted Huckster. They took Huckster to the vet, and they found that the cancer is terminal. They don't know how much longer Huckster has, but they've put together a bucket list here for Huckster, and they really the city of Cleveland here has just been wonderful in gathering around this guy and trying to give him the best life he can have here for the next couple months. As much as it is a sad story, it's really been a wonderful story to to see how people come together. We're all Cleveland Browns fans. The Browns are the dogs, man. We love dogs here. You know what I mean? I also volunteer at City Dogs. This is all just, we love dogs here, man. So, what we're asking here is, if you guys could go to that, use that QR code, go check out Fido's Companion. On there, you can buy these $2 stickers. These $2 stickers are, are there for Huckster. All of the proceeds go to helping out, carry out this bucket list, whether it's things for just getting them, McDonald's hamburgers, taking them on, just all these different experiences. Somebody very awesome out there has donated tickets to get him to the Guardians game on May 26th so that he can go to the game where, where they're letting all the dogs there, and they're trying to get him on the field so he can maybe run the bases and try and give this dog, who was obviously mistreated and neglected, the best last couple months as possible. And also, bring awareness to, Fido's Companion and all the other dogs that they save. If all of our fans out there, if they could, do us a solid and help us, rally around and help out Huckster and Fido's Companion and all the other pups out there who don't have a voice, that would be awesome. We would greatly love and appreciate that.
Yeah, I've seen this went pretty viral. I think I've seen it on every social media platform. Even Reddit was going crazy with it too. So yeah, anybody who can help out, it's for a great cause. I can't, man, people suck. Just think about that. That's sad.
He would be a great companion on your couch.
Yeah, while Sam's underneath it, have him sitting on top of one of the cushions.
Well, we could say one thing, man. If you guys all remember Dick Goddard, he was a weather sportscaster out here forever. And you got Goddard's Law for things like that now too, which, everybody should have that. I mean, that's just the thing. You just don't, you don't do. There's certain things you don't do, and that's mistreating animals is one of them. And people that do that, and I'm not a psychologist, but I watch different things. A lot of people that do things like that end up they're psychotic. They're murderers and things, man. So it's just certain things you don't do. Like I seen in the comments, it said third world people doing third world things. Exactly. So, but we're not here. We support everything. So I mean, let's
help this baby out. Help him live know that his last couple months here are going to be filled with love and help him live that life. This is for Huckster, guys.
Let's do it.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Gary. Thank you for that.
Thank you, guys.
That's 2 Saturdays in a row with emotional shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, we bring it all, man. Where we at, man? What we doing?
We are probably going to end it after that. Leave that.
You guys ready to watch James Harden score 3 points tonight? This afternoon, whenever it is.
A couple times.
James Harden out there giving more gifts than Santa Claus to the other team.
James Harden out there softer than Charmin.
We'll see. Hopefully the home crowd gets him going, man.
Shouldn't be a surprise. He's known for that. So
he better be careful, dude. I feel like if he plays like this, they're going to turn on him in the middle of the game if he starts doing the same stuff. He'll get the Watson treatment, just booze every time he touches the ball.
Yep. Hey, rookies, I'm looking out for real quick, man, because I want to hit it real quick, and then we can wrap it up. But I did see in here, who are the rookies that you guys are looking more forward to seeing get their production and grow and develop that out of this draft class? Start with Mike.
I don't know, man. You needed offensive line guys. We did some of that in the free agency. I get that. But this guy is going to be a crucial piece of this offensive line, I believe. You've seen him work some yesterday in some of the videos. I didn't put any of those up there, but this is going to be a key factor. This is going to be the guy that's going to protect your quarterback's blind side. So this means a lot. And obviously the receivers that we picked up are going to be another huge piece of this offense this year. Like we said millions of times, defense wins championships, but the Browns could prove that's not true. Only the Browns could prove that.
Defense wins 3 games. Yeah.
Yeah. So the defense stepped up and they shined last year, but now it's time for the offense to put them on their back, score some points, and I'm looking forward to it, man.
Absolutely. Who do you let me go to Gary. Gary, who are you looking for over here in this draft, man? Who you eyeing up?
For the Browns draft here?
Yeah,
man. I'm excited to see, who it's going to be, between, Concepcion and Boston, really, we wanted Boston. I wanted Boston on day 1. I'm so happy that we got him in day 2. I think that really changed the perception of the draft for a lot of Browns fans. And I think a lot of analysts out there, the fact that they were able to get him there. So I'm excited to see, what can happen there. I think, I want to see what Fano can do over at left tackle. So I don't know if there's necessarily a single guy that I'm looking for here. I want to see how this all turns out. If things go the way that we hope that they do, I mean, this can be a situation. This could be one of those drafts that really turns things around for the Browns. Could they be a 3-win team next year? Yeah. But this is optimistic Browns fan. This is probably where I get the inbred comments at. Right. But, they could be a 9-win team next year too. If, Shador, if whoever the quarterback is.
That's such you could get called an inbred because you think we might win close to 10 games. So
yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Are you sure they didn't say hybrid? They didn't say hybrid.
Yeah.
No. They definitely said inbred. I told them I was busy chewing my elbow when they said that, but
you tell me did you tell me your hills have eyes? Did you tell them
that?
Yeah,
for sure. But it just, I don't have a guy. I don't have, I'm not a football expert. I'm just a fan, so I don't have, any inside information. I don't have any inside insight. I'm looking forward to seeing how these guys pan out. And, if the football guys, I hope the football guys got it right. And if they did, if you really did get 4 first-round talents in the first 3 rounds and, they pan out, let's go.
Yeah.
This could be a 9-10 win team next year if it all pans out and you figured it out at quarterback here.
Logan, I'm going to ask you, you're next, man. Who's your rookie? I think I already know this answer, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Who's your
Dude, I am going to root for the guy until we can't root for him anymore, but it's KC for sure. Again, I'm glad we got Boston so people would get off his back about us picking him instead of Boston. But I don't know, just seeing his story, dude, like that, it's not easy. Like, you even hear it in his interviews, like with his stutter and stuff. And even though people know, they still are trolling him in the comments. It's pretty sad. So I don't know. I'm just pulling for the guy, even just as a person.
Yeah,
So,
I think where he's going to end up being KC. I had it in my head and I lost it, but we'll move on.
So that's KC Excepcion. He's the Excepcion to all of our other bad first round picks. Yeah.
Look in your couch. You might have left it there.
Yeah.
He'll be KC Exceptional. That's what I was trying to get at. He's going to be KC Exceptional. I really think the kid's going to be good. Real quick, my guy, believe it or not, somebody asked KC or Boston, which is the guy. I want them both to be good. But my thing is, it's not even Denzel Boston. My guy that I'm looking forward to see is McNeil Warren.
Yeah.
He's a strong safety, and he plays big nickel, 6'3", 201 pounds. And I'm looking up his college stats. He knows how to get forced fumbles. That's what really stood out to me, not just his tackling ability, but his forced fumbles. He knows how to punch the ball out, and he knows how to recover that ball after a punch out. That's somebody I'm looking good. We all talked about we needed some nickel help this year. And he's strong in the box. He can come up and he can get after them running backs too. So that's somebody that's in particular who I'm looking at this year. I mean, he was G6 Defensive Player of the Year, first team All-MAC. He led the team in tackles last year, 77 tackles, 3 forced fumbles, 2 recovered, an interception for a touchdown. So he can get after it, man. I'm looking forward to McNeil Warren, man. That's my guy I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I think he'll have a little chip on his shoulder too for slipping in the draft when he was projected early second round pick, and he slipped a little further than that. So,
and it's going to be.
What I like most about that kid is loyalty, man. That kid had opportunity to go somewhere else, but stuck with Toledo.
Yeah,
that stuck with Andrew Berry in his pick, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, he could have made $500,000-$700,000 to go to Alabama or Michigan, Ohio State, and didn't.
Why'd you say Michigan first, man?
Well, actually, I saw that Michigan invested in OpenAI, and that investment turned into like over $1 billion. So now their NIL fund just went through the roof, and I hate the NIL.
I think you said. No, I'm not going to say that. Michael, shun me. I'll leave that to myself. I'll tell Mike my your open comment. I had something for that, but we're going to keep it clean for the show.
There you go.
All right, man.
That's what separates. That's why we won the podcast of the year or whatever it was in Cleveland, though.
No, but it's Sam though. Sam could go like, here's the line. Sam could be like up here.
I'm a habitual line stepper.
It's minus the hut and chul.
Good show, fellas. Oh, you know what? Real quick, while we're here, man, let's JOK put on the pup list. It's not a surprise, I don't think, for any of us, but like we all want to see JOK come back. We don't know his future, but you've put on the pup list this year, man. So continue to keep JOK in our thoughts and prayers, man. And it's not just coming back to football, man. We all talked about it. It's more than being a football player and coming back to the game. We want the guy to have his life to be okay, and him to, and him to go ahead and live. If he's out of football, we want him to be, a good guy coming back healthy out of life, man. I really would hate to see the guy, even if he came back and something would happen to the magnitude and really destroy him or, put him in a chair. It sounds like things that had happened to him are obviously severe to keep you out for 2 seasons. And, he knows if he's going to come back or not. But
Yeah,
definitely, I definitely like, as soon as the doors open there, he was down there in Berea, checking the
That's where
guys
he can
out,
be,
coming down.
coach or front office guy, team ambassador, something like.
Absolutely. Like
I don't want.
said,
I mean, it'd be a good story if he came back and played, but man, every time he tackled someone, it would,
you would cringe. You would cringe. It's like a boxer taking that one last shot. You don't want that to happen. That's why you get out of that sport. But like you said, he's the kind of guy, like you said about Miles. That's why you keep a Miles around. That's why you keep a JOK around. Even if he can get, he's got football knowledge, man. Who better to have around a young Schlesinger?
Right.
JOK all day.
You can imagine them two together, though, dude.
Oh, I know. It would have been, man, gruesome twosome all day long, dog. Gruesome twosome.
At one
for
point,
sure.
everyone screamed, "Pay the kids!" All right, I'm not. So yeah, the NIL stuff, man. That the guys should get paid. We don't need to get into this now. I know we're about to close out. The college players should get paid. They don't need to be getting paid $3 million to go play for Alabama. Or it's just kind of out of control. Is the only problem I have with NIL. So we'll talk about that on a different episode. But they're making a ton of money, and then they don't even need to stay with that team. They can get paid $1 million to go to Michigan, and then the next year get paid $2 million to transfer to Ohio State. It's like it's chaos.
Chaos.
All right, guys. Anything else you want to say before we close the show today?
Thank you guys all in there for joining the comments. I see some new faces out there. J Bone 1800. We got Chewy Baca 107. Thank some of you guys out there. We enjoy the positive and the negatives because you help out the algorithm here. So thank you. And I don't know. All you guys have a good day, and until next time, man, go out there and vote. Once again, go out there and vote for the Bearded Browns. Help us become the best Cleveland sports podcast, second year in a row. Go follow the prompts down there. And you got to type in Bearded Browns for the best sports podcast in that category and hit that vote button. And then you can do that once every day. So tell everybody, tell your friends, tell anybody that's in the Browns, tell them to come join the show. And you new guys out there, you got Browns fans, say, hey man, these guys are all right. Come check them out. We're live Saturday mornings at 10. And we have another show that we have a couple other guys on the show. We got Angel Ortiz, Dr. Chad, and Mike are usually on Tuesdays at 7:30. Come check them guys out. Throw a shout out there, Gary, Logan, Guards Mania. What's happening? What's going on?
We're texting right now. The Guardians just made a trade. But yeah, Thursdays at 7, Guards Mania. Check us out. YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. But yeah, the Guardians did just acquire one of the best defensive catchers in the league.
Mike Piazza.
Yeah, Mike Piazza, Sandy Alomar. So that'll definitely help our offensive struggles, getting a strong defensive guy. But we complain about the Guardians on Thursdays. We complain about the Browns on Saturdays and Tuesdays.
And that's it, man.
Yeah.
And we finally gave up on Bo Naylor, which is something we've been asking them to do. So,
yeah.
Mike, anything over there, Mike? Shout out to Land Media Group.
This weekend we have this Sunday at 8 p.m. the Lorraine Leviathan show called The Lair, the official podcast for Lorraine Leviathan will be live at 8 p.m. Be sure to check that out. You can check that out on that'll be on Facebook, YouTube, as well as all of the land pages as well. So be sure to check that out this Sunday at 8 p.m. Nothing like spending your Mother's Day talking about soccer at 8 p.m., right?
Yeah, the Leviathans, people that for you guys that don't know, the Leviathans are a Lorraine County soccer team. They're going to be playing at the Crushers Field over in Avon.
Sheffield, Avon border right there. It's called,
Gary Monsters? No.
That's Forefront Field.
Forefront Field. You can see it right off of 90. It's easy to get to. You get off at 611, going east or west. You get off at 611. and it's right there. It's a nice place. I've been there for some games. It's nice, and it's nice to see that they're doing some stuff out in Lorain County also. So, yeah, man, shout out to our sponsors, Cleveland Ketchup. If you guys need some condiments, go to Cleveland Ketchup, go to their website. They just not in the ketchup. They do mustards. They do mayonnaises, mayos. I particularly like the dill ketchup. It's garlic ketchup. It's amazing. Rust Belt Automotive. Are you guys okay?
Yeah.
You're just laughing at some guys.
Laughing at you, buddy.
I know you guys always give me stuff, but I'll have that. It's okay.
You're good. Rust Belt Automotive Diesel, give them a call, 216-883-0474 for all your automotive needs. And don't forget, guys, Dick's House of Sport in Strongsville. Great place. You got there's golf simulators in there. There's rock climbing. They got a field outside that's fenced in, so you can stay safe in like a little confinement. And I believe they have batting cages and stuff coming as well. All your sports needs are there. Go check them out. So right next to the Strongsville Mall there.
Yep. Bearded Bastards barbecue sauce. Go there. We got them guys too, man. Dan Eipert over there doing. Eipenhower. Dan over there making his homemade recipes. There's I think he's got dry rubs. He's got sauces. If you're into barbecue, that's the guy to check. That is Bearded Bastards barbecue sauce.
And then make sure you guys also check out Fido's Companion on Instagram there. We still have that QR code up there on the top right. And, doing what we can to support all of those pups there, especially Huckster and the Huckster Maniacs out there.
Absolutely. And the last one, Rest Renew Counseling for you Browns fans out there that need some counseling, whether it be for the Cleveland Browns or other reasons. Give Jennifer a call today. She will take care of you. This Tuesday, guys, will be a different show. Angel and Chad are out this week. And Sam is stepping up, and Logan gets to come to the big leagues for a day.
Yeah.
So, it'll be a fun Tuesday.
So you go from supplemental draft to starter. See?
Just like Sorsby in a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, we will see you all Tuesday live here at 7:30. Until then, go Browns.
Go Browns.
Go Browns.
Go Browns.